What is happening, Teahive? What is happening? Y'all know I had to let y'all look at me do the whole. That's what I did. Y'all know I'm crazy. All right, let's get it started. Thank you for all of those guys who have joined me in this session, this book reading session. Uh-oh. You know what? I just remembered something. Every time I go live on here, I'm supposed to change the title on the stream upload. And I always forget to do that. Let me go do that right now. I believe we're at reading session 11. 11. Let me touch some shit right quick on this video. All right. I hope you guys have been enjoying the books lately. Okay, let's talk about Savages and Side Chicks right quick. I just posted Savages and Side Chicks on the website. So you guys can go ahead and go over to the website and see that after you finish watching this video. Okay, if you don't have the red membership, if you don't have the clear membership, you will not be able to get to Savages and Side Tricks. Okay, and just to let you guys know, you guys will not be able to get to Teahive movie night unless you have the red subscription, unless you are a red member. Okay, I just wanted to let y'all know that because there was a change made. I think 4 movies a month deserves $10 good a month. You'll be all right, plus the TV shows, plus the book club. Okay, plus you'll be able to see the of course, stuff I have on there. Let's put it like that. I'm trying not to say the wrong words on here, but you will be able to see the adult content, okay, that is on the website. Let's get into this story, y'all. Oh shoot, it's still on Savages and Side Tricks. We on chapter 5 now, y'all. Savages and Side Tricks, for those who are enjoying it on the website, y'all. It is good. It is good. Okay, we're 84% through Carlitas' book, and it is good. It is good. Okay, just like God. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's see. So she is saying, I'm just waiting for everything to upload and get in its place. Y'all know how these computers do. Y'all know when you put on the Google and the computer, you know, it does what it wants to do sometimes. You know, so anyway. Let's see. She was talking about somebody talking to her loud the last time we left off. Okay. She had gotten to California. She started thinking, why did she even move? So basically, she got to California. Everything was just all bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't what it was before. Things started going absolutely wrong for her. Let's see. Somebody yelled at her. I do remember that. And she stopped her in her tracks. She stopped the person that yelled at her. She said, look here. Not today, Satan. Uh-oh. Frozen. Oh, I know what happened. Let me get rid of this tab. Before I let go. Hey. Get rid of that tab. So I'm frozen. Okay, hold on. I just closed the tab so to see if it'll fix itself. Yeah, so it looks like it wants to fix itself. So let's give it a minute. This always happens with this thing, which gets on my damn nerves. I cannot stand it. But this is OBS Studio for you. And I'm going to teach you guys how to use this program. And you can decide for yourself if it's worth using it or not. I'm thinking maybe I have too many image sources on here. Maybe I have too much going on here, child. So I don't know. I look like I'm moving to myself, but can you guys hear audio? Let me know. Oh, you can't hear? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Can you guys see or hear me? Okay. I'm so very sorry, guys. I truly am. Let me, hopefully it'll start moving soon. I don't know what to do. This always happens. I don't know why this program pisses me off. So I'm trying to wait for it to see if it'll bounce back, and it's doing bullshit. And I think it's because I was on 2 lives at once. Hold on. I cannot believe this. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. You guys can hear me though, right? Ooh, Lord. I'm just waiting. Whatever that part was, it won't be on the actual video when it's time for the output. It's sad that this studio is constantly doing this. I really wish that it wasn't. It should be popping in at any minute, as like it should have gotten used to the fact that, okay, other windows are closed and I should be popping in. Just let me know. And then we gonna get this popping. I am so sorry. Okay. So if it popped in, if it not, hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, okay, cool now. It's good now. It's good now. All right, good. So she was saying that she had gone to the county building. Her cousin had urged her to go to the county building because she didn't have no money and he stopped paying child support, Craig. So she was at the county building and she was like, look, you're not going to talk to me loud. You ain't going to talk to me crazy. And you ain't going to be up in here announcing my business to these folks, because the lady starts screaming her county business. Let me tell y'all something. I know a girl. Y'all remember Alopecia Biggums Jr.? She used to work for the county office, or actually she used to work for Wingstop. I'm sorry. And anybody that would come from the Wingstop with an EBT card, she would purposely start yelling their business out on purpose. She would be like, okay, is this EMT, EBT? I said EMT. My bad. I don't have a card, so I wouldn't know. But anyway, she said, EBT, this, that, and the other. And don't think I ain't never been on a EBT. I was, but what I'm saying is I ain't got one today. So it slips the mind, child, after years and years. But yes, she said she was at the county building. All right. Let us get into the reading. I could take another day. Oh, by the way, she said that the county building made her come back like a week later because of the attitude, and she still wanted to speak to the supervisor when she got there because the lady started yelling out her business. Okay. Anyway, I couldn't take another day like the 2 days I'd had before from these folks. As a woman, I started to speak. As this woman started to speak, she had a very kind voice and told me that she too had been married to a professional athlete, and she understood what I was going through. She had such compassion as she spoke that I felt a tear rolling down my face. Her story was my story. She promised me that she would do what was needed to get my paperwork taken care of. She gave me food stamps and that day and told me that the cash would be coming in a few days. When we were done, I sat in my chair and was very thankful. I couldn't believe how this had turned around. Moreno Valley, California was looking up for us a little. Thanksgiving was good and Christmas, well, it came and went. So here's my thing. How the hell did you keep your place in Moreno Valley on the county? Because they only give you 85% of like your whole living expenses, and that includes the food stamps. I'm just wondering how you done did it. How you do it, how you did it. Somebody to tell me how you do it, how you did it. Somebody just tell me. Woo! All right. Shout out to Daddy Tox, who's handling some serious business for me today. Oh my God. I love it when you play secretary, baby. I love you. All right. We didn't do the gift thing. She talking about Christmas. But we had each other and we had good food. I had been out looking for work every day. I had been driving to Los Angeles 4 days a week and decided to find a place up there and move us all there. I found work at a mortgage company as well as a department store. We had a few problems with the guy we were renting from, so he let us out of the lease and we moved to LA, which is where I wanted to be anyway. Okay. A friend of mine helped me find an apartment in the jungles. Woo! Shit! Woo! Not the J's, Jesus. It was not the best place to live in with the boys, but we made good on it. Woo! Shit, thank God you still made it, girl. And the boys. That's where Nipsey pretty much got killed, you guys, in the neighborhood of the jungles. That's not a good neighborhood, guys. My dad, I've been in that neighborhood my whole life. And I'm telling you, I watched my first person get laid to rest right there in that neighborhood. I am telling you, it is not, I can't forget that memory today. I was only 9 years old when I seen that. I cannot forget that today, Lord. Bling, that's what I got to remember when I'm going through stuff like that in my brain. Bling, you understand what I'm saying, bitch? Bling. Okay, I got it. I'm cool. I'm good. All right, let's get back to it. My sister didn't like living in California. I didn't care because I was staying. She made plans to go back to Milwaukee. She had been calling home and telling my mom how she was homesick and didn't like LA. She could have told me, but I think she may have thought I would have been mad. I was really cool. But once she made her mind up to leave, she was that same dirty sister that had robbed me and made all kinds of problems. She even tried to sneak out of the house and didn't tell me she was leaving to go back home. She had once again stolen some of my clothes and caused all types of mess with my friend who lived in the building across from us. She was leaving when I woke up. I had a few choice words for her. Let me tell you something why I'm just over all my sisters, except for one. I'm over it because you're not going to change who you are. You're not going to change that jaded, fucked up opinion about people. And you're not going to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody going to do it with you. I'm not going to do it. Put it out. I'm not going to do it. I'm telling ya. I'm not going to do it with you. Okay, I'm just saying. She had once again stolen some clothes. You ain't changing that damn hard. That's all I'm saying. Okay. The thing was, my sister was not used to being honest about anything. Oh, so she was something like Demetrius. She was always doing things underhanded, and I had a problem with that. I felt we were grown. Let's talk about it. Damn it. When I found out she had taken my clothes again, I couldn't get mad because it was my fault. I knew who she was and what she was capable of doing. It wouldn't have been the first time. My youngest sister, Deneen, told me that I had no argument because I was too trusting. And what did I expect? So I shut my mouth and let things go. Whatever was gone, it was too bad, and shame on me. The boys and I were to stay there after my sister and her son left. It felt better. I continued to work, and the boys did the school thing. They played basketball. They played basketball pretty much every day up until the time came where Jabril graduated from eighth grade. Then he and Jamal moved back to the park forest with their dad. Lord Jesus. Then him and Jabril moved back to Park Forest with their dad and went to high school. Graduation day was nice. A few family members came out. I was proud of Jabril. He was growing up and he was headed to high school. So you mean to tell me you done let the boy go back and live with the baby daddy after the nigga done took the kids from you for false fucking shit? I'm mad. After the ceremony, we went out to eat and checked into a hotel near the airport. I kept a friendship with the manager from my first stay in Los Angeles. He would always let me stay with no charge at the hotel, and this time was no different. He did this as a gift for Jabril's graduation and going away gift. I loved hotel living. I promised the boys that they could go swimming until our plane was to leave that night. My boys loved to swim and were very good swimmers. They learned to swim once we moved to the farm years ago. We were taking the red-eye flight that night to Chicago, and I was dropping the boys off to their father that morning. I was turning around and coming back home to Los Angeles to start the rest of my life without either of my boys. Craig and I had an an agreement that when the boys graduated from high school, he would take over from there. Although Jamal was going to 8th grade, I didn't want the boys to be separated from one another. When we got to O'Hara Airport the next morning, they were excited. They missed their father, and it was time for them to be with him and see the other side of the family. On the plane, the boys were teasing me, saying I was going to cry when their father picked them up. I hadn't thought about it and said, why would I? I'm ready for you guys to go and give me some time to myself. We laughed. When the plane landed in O'Hare Airport, their father picked them up. I walked the boy to the curbside and gave them both hugs and kisses. As they drove away, I turned back to walk to the airport, and it suddenly felt like my heart was ripped out of my chest. I missed them immediately. The moment they were out of my sight, I started to cry. I couldn't believe what I was feeling. Yes, I love my boys more than the air I breathe. I got that. But no one could have told me that I would feel what I was feeling. No one could have told me that I would feel what I was feeling. I wanted to run after the car and take them back home with me. I had given them to their dad, and now I had mixed emotions about the move. All of a sudden, I heard a conversation in my head Craig and I had when we made this arrangement. Of course, it was a heated conversation. He didn't want me to move the boys to California. I did anyway, so he told me he wanted them to come with him to go to his high school. He told me that a woman couldn't make boys men. My response was, is that what happened to you? He let that fight alone. He wouldn't win anyhow. Then a conversation my sons and I had some time ago began playing in my head. One of my sons asked about his dad and about him being blackballed from the league. Well, it was more about why his dad was so mad and what was he so mad about. Craig's career had come to a screeching halt. There were so many things that had taken place after we separated. My boys had seen and heard plenty by this point. So to see their father lose everything, as well as see him speak the way he did about one of his teammates, was awful. Not just for them, but for me as well. I couldn't understand what would make Craig speak against MJ. What? Not my Michael Jordan. Not my Michael Jordan. No, you don't speak against my bald-headed Mike. Now you tripping. Okay? Someone he had played with for some years. Craig had his so-called charities that he was supposed to donate to, but I couldn't understand why he felt MJ had to be a part of his madness. MJ and his wife had always been nice to us. I considered them friends, but after that letter Craig had written to the President of the United States, his basketball career went south. He had to go overseas to play, and it really cost him. Craig once told me that his problem was with MJ, and why was he so upset with the president? Wait, Craig once told me what his problem was with MJ and why he was so upset with the president. What had he done to you? I asked. He said that MJ needed to help out more in the community. My response was, how do you know he's not? Just because he's not publicizing everything to your liking doesn't mean he's not. I said, Craig, pick your battles a little better, I said. Thank you, Sonora, for that $5 donation. Oh, $5 donation. $5, say $5, ooh, $5 donation. Thank you, baby. You're reminding me that I have a list of books that we need to get. Hold on, let me go cop that. Let me go cop, lock, and drop it. Cop, lock, and drop it. Let me go cop it and lock it and drop it. Okay, let me tell y'all what books we need. Michelle Kramer's book about Dominique Garner. I'm gonna have to DM her about the book. Hopefully everything works out and we can read it. Hopefully we could at least read up until maybe the last chapter, and then we'll leave y'all with a cliffhanger if she can agree to that. Cause I don't know, cause the book is so new. So new. Anyway, so I don't want her, I probably have to make an agreement with her, but anyway. But I haven't been able to find her book on shelves. Or I would say e-shelves. And I know it came out, and for some reason it's not coming up. Y'all know that makes me mad. Also, we have Darkness to Light. Woo! Okay, let me tell y'all about Darkness to Light. Y'all know today that Lamar Odom said that Khloe Kardashian used to beat the shit out of his mistresses, right? I put that was my last video on my primary YouTube channel. Go check it out. Then we have Common, Let Love Prevail, which y'all know we need that. And then, and of course, Let Love Prevail is where he shares about his sexual abuse. And then we have Jim Derogatis' book about R. Kelly Tell-All, where he refers to Jonjolin as Jay and Tim as Tim. And that's also, I have an excerpt from that on my primary home channel. So you can go there and get that as well. You feel me? All right, anyway. Let me get back to, okay, let me tell y'all what thought just went through my brain again. That one scene in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood where Shonda Denise was arguing with the mistress of old boy from Day 26, and that bitch was rapping and she was doing her legs like this while she was rapping, and then all of a sudden she just threw the mic and just started attacking her. Okay, that goes through my mind whenever I want to have a, good time up here in my head. I don't know why, but anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So Craig, pick your battles a little better, I said. Then he talked a little bit about the letter he wrote, saying that he wanted the president to let his people go. So I asked the $1 million question. Were you high? Are you high now? What damn people? Of course, he told me I would never understand, and maybe I wouldn't. So now I was wondering if I had done the right thing by letting his boys go live with their father. The best thing was I had a summer to change my mind, but I was very worried now. I was now on a plane headed back to LA. When we took off, I cried myself to sleep. Once I got back, it took me several weeks to pull myself together. It was a long summer. I found a new spot to live in LA. I felt like I was starting my life all over again. I loved LA. It was where I wanted to be. I worked 2 jobs and loved it. I missed my boys. I spoke with them almost every day. My work took over my life. All I did was work and sleep for the next few years. I would visit the boys on some holidays, and when the big basketball I would visit the boys on some holidays and when the big basketball tournaments come around. It was always good to see both the boys. Both boys were doing well in school and on the team. I was one proud mama. I was working as an admissions representative at this time. I enjoyed working in the education field. It was very fulfilling for me to help young people understand and find their way. Young and old find their way. As it was cool to see some of the older people starting over. It was rewarding for me to see them have hope. The only thing I didn't like about my job was my boss. He acted like a drill sergeant. He brought his military job training with him and treated everyone pretty badly. It was surprising to see It was surprising to me to see everyone in fear of this man. I didn't like him, but I had no fear of him. On one occasion, I was on call and he called a meeting. I heard him, but I was on the phone with a student and my back was turned. I had set the appointment for the student and was about to head to his office for the meeting. Before I could hang up the phone, he kicked my chair into my desk while I was sitting in it. That shit hurt like hell. I took a breath. I thought he had cracked a rib. I didn't know what had happened. When I caught my breath and turned around, I was barely able to stand, and he was standing there. I was barely able to hold myself up, and he was going in on me. What the hell did I tell you to do? I'm sorry. What in the hell did you do? I asked. I kicked your chair, and the next time I call a meeting, you get in my office when I say move. I was indeed crying because I was in pain. There were a few guys who had come over to see what was going on and tried to help me. Then my boss said, "What are you crying for? If you're going to run with the big dogs, you'll take what I throw at you or stay on the porch with the pound puppies." Really? I thought. As much pain as I was in, I picked up that chair I had been sitting in and threw it at him. Where the strength came from, I don't know. But I was not letting that go. He was shocked at my actions, and so was I. Carlita! What the? Carlita! Oh, shit. Y'all go cop this book on Amazon. Carlita's Way Out of the Journey into the Light. Oh, my God, bitch. Ooh-wee. I would have had to kick his ass out. Okay, yes, Carlita girl. You better find that inner strength and toss that chair, okay? The hell? I'm going to tell y'all this one story, and then I'm going to go on with the chapter, okay? I was 14 years old, and I was the only varsity cheerleader at Manual Arts, right? But I had got in trouble because I was mean to the ninth graders. Like I wasn't always a nice person. You feel me? So I was cocky to the people that was in my grade because I was bad as fuck. I was pretty. I was the only ninth grade varsity cheerleader. And regardless of whatever clothes you put on me, I was still gonna be pretty. So and I didn't, I hadn't at that time, I wasn't living with my mom, so I wasn't unhappy. I was living with my dad, okay? So I was walking through the school with my little skirt on. I was going to cheerleading camps and swimming camps. And, they would pick me to do jumps and stuff and all that stuff when we were at the actual, cheerleading camp. So I was that one. And I would get in trouble because I would make fun of the ninth graders and all of that stuff. It was a mess. Anyway, I got in trouble and I had to start working at the school to do still be able to cheerlead and stay on varsity. But eventually I got demoted to JV anyway because of this story. But anyway, I don't know what the hell I did in the cafeteria. What could you do just like saran wrapping donuts and stuff? I don't know, like donuts and bagels. I don't know what the fuck I did. But the lady that ran the damn cafeteria came and popped me on my ass with a spatula. And from that day on, I never went to work again at the school, and they demoted me to JV. It was a hot damn mess. But I'm telling you, if I'd had known this back then, I would have slapped the bitch all in her face. Ooh. Okay. Believe me. Anyway, so as much pain as I was in, I picked up the chair I was sitting in and threw it at him. Where the strength came from, I don't know. But I was not letting that go. He was shocked at my actions, and so was I. He told me I was fired. I said, no, I'm not fired, you crazy bastard. You're fired. And when I'm done, you won't do this again to anyone. Mr. Big Dog, as you call yourself. I put in a complaint to the company, and the president was in awe about what had taken place. I went to the emergency room and took a few days off with pay and kept my job. Over the next few weeks, there was an investigation over the way our department was being run. And of course, everyone wrote letters on my behalf and what happened and how awful our boss was and how he had been treating them. The lights were turned on. Okay. My boss was careful around me at this point. I did my job and went home. My friend John, who also worked there in a different department, saw I was really unhappy at work. I stayed to myself and didn't want to have any more trouble, nor did I want to be labeled as the troublemaker. So John asked me out to lunch maybe a week later, and I went. He was a dear friend and one of the ones who helped me when I was hurt that day. John asked me if I'd ever heard of Nam Yo Horenke Kyo. I thought for a second and I said, isn't that what Tina Turner said in that movie, What's Love Got to Do With It? Ding, ding, ding. Nam Yo Horenke Kyo, Nam Yo Horenke Kyo, Nam Yo Horenke Kyo. Ding, ding, ding. Nam Yo Horenke Kyo, Nam Yo Horenke Kyo, Nam Yo Horenke Kyo. Okay. Yes, he replied. Well, yes, I have. I used to hide in my closet and say that before I moved to Los Angeles. He asked if I knew what it meant. No, I replied I had no idea that there was a meaning to what she was saying in the movie. Well, what does it mean? I asked. Well, he broke it down like this. Nam, to devote oneself. Mahyo, the mystic law. Renge, the lotus flower. And Kyo, sound. So devote oneself, the mystic law, lotus flower sound. That's what it means. I like to think I'm a pretty intelligent woman, but I didn't have a clue as to what he was talking about, but I wanted to know. Then he said he was Buddhist. Really, I said. Is that what Tina is? I was surprised. I hadn't put it all together just yet. I said, I always thought the guys in the airport with the orange outfits asking for money was Buddhist. Girl, you talk about the Nation of Islam, talk about they booties. Girl, you crazy. John and I sat and talked for a while. We cut our lunch short. He drove me to the Friendship Center where the Buddhists gather. I heard people chanting Nam Yo Ho Rank Kyo all in unison. The sound was captivating. I wanted to know more. John purchased a few books for me so I could read up on the practice. I had so many questions, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I wasn't too sure of just what to buy, so I bought some beads. A Buddhasan Don. Wait, what the hell? I don't know this word. A butt Sudan. A butt Sudan? You mean to tell me? Look, I'm letting this go. Oh, which was a small plastic box to her at the time. Oh, okay, I was about to say. Why I had bought that, I had no idea. I wanted it, and John said I would need it, maybe sooner than later. As the weeks passed by, I chanted at our lunchtime, and every break I got it. I would go to my car and sit there and chant, Nam yo ho re ke yo, over and over. I didn't know if anything was happening. All I knew was that it felt good. Let me ask you a question. Did that work any better than the beads that they be saying to Mary when they be like, Hail Mary, full of grace, Hail Mary, a Hail Mary, Hail Mary, a Hail Mary, and they be doing them beads? Whatever works better, let me know. Anyway, she bought a butt Sudan. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, my bad. As the weeks passed by, she chanted it over and over. I didn't know if anything was happening. All I knew was it felt good. I felt a lightness about myself when I would go home about work. I chanted to the empty box, the butt Sudan. I felt alive for some reason. It wasn't any one thing I felt, but I felt alive. The one thing John told me was not to chant for anything bad because it would come back on me. I really wanted to chant for the boss to get fired, but instead I chanted for his happiness. Carlita! Nam yo ho rain, fire that hoe. 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 Give me another ring and fire that hoe. Give me another ring and fire that hoe. That would have been my chant. Shit. Okay, I'd have been like, another rain, fire hose, another rain, fire hose, fire these hoes, give me a rain, get you. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you. Okay, anyways, I really wanted to chant for the boss to be fired, but instead I chanted for his happiness. Don't ask me how. I was for sure work in progress. I didn't want to do that, but I did. And the best part was that I was told I could chant for anything my heart desired, so I did just that. I wasn't learning about me for a change. I was learning to stop blaming everyone for my faults and take my responsibilities. Yes, take responsibility, Jesus. I was looking for the mirror for a change, and I found that the glass was half full, not half empty. It was nice getting to know myself. So my question was, why me? Why am I? That's not being disrespectful, Isaiah. That's all right. He all right. He all right. I was looking for a mirror for change, and I found that the glass was half full, not half empty. It was nice getting to know myself. So my question was, why me? And after I started practicing Buddhism, it became, why not me? It became a soul-searching experience for me, but it was the best journey I could have ever encountered. The weeks were passing by fast. Work had become so peaceful, or maybe I was tuning folks out and staying focused on work. John got me started in Buddhism and moved to China within a few weeks. Boy, I was lost without him. I started watching the movie What's Love Got to Do With It over and over again. Girl, what the hell? Like I had done while living in Chicago. When I got myself together, I met a few Buddhist people and learned what it was all about. I had a great teacher, a guy named Bernard. He helped me develop my practice. It was amazing. My life had opened in such a way I didn't think was possible. I spoke with my sons and let them know what I was doing and wanted them to take part in it. My boys were open, so they too started practicing Buddhism while they were in high school. Some of the things that started happening were amazing. Besides getting to know myself, I was still working at the college, but the boss man who had been awful to me had just lost his job there. Not because anything I had done or said. I remember it was Saturday and I was working early that morning. It was strange because I had never worked on the weekends. The mean boss came in and said that it was nice knowing me. I got a knot in my stomach and he told me he had been let go. I thought he was firing me, but it turned out he was the one who was fired. I said bye and wished him well. I sat back in my chair and thought I didn't chant for him to lose his job. I was a little nervous, so I called John to ask him what happened. He told me, Carly, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I was blaming myself for a moment. When I got off the phone, I thought, cool, I'm not taking that on. I was glad he was leaving, to be honest. And now everyone could stop walking on eggshells at work. Work had become so much easier, to be honest. I love going to work. I worked long hours and went home and slept. This went on for months until one day I realized I was always tired. With all the sleep I was getting, I would be so sleepy when I got to work. I couldn't make it through the morning without going to my car and getting a nap. I blamed it on the hours of chanting. But no, it wasn't that. It made me feel so very good. I decided to go see my doctor after a month of dealing with sleepiness. I didn't think it was much that a B12 shot couldn't fix. But after all the tests were done, I was diagnosed with a thyroid disorder, grave disease. What I knew about the symptoms of thyroid disease were bulging eyes and becoming overweight. I didn't have either. So I felt I needed to get another opinion. It also came back that I had a thyroid disorder. I couldn't understand it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I might need to go check my thyroid because I be feeling like that. Like the other day when I was doing my live, when I was reading this book, I felt like I couldn't stay up. Like I had to hurry up and end the live because I felt like if I stay woke, I'm going to die. Like if I stay awake, I'm going to pass the fuck out. And my son's gonna be looking for me. Like, you know, I just couldn't, I couldn't handle it. It was too much for me. Wait, okay. I had to get some answers because my doctor wanted to do a surgery right away, but I was not about to let that happen. I did some research on my own and found out that there were other options. I asked my doctor and he told me he felt it may have been too far gone to get the radiation treatment and that the radiation would kill some of my female organs. If I wanted to have another child, there would be no hope. A child? I thought I have all the children I ever wanted. Having another child was never an option for me this late in the game. My doctor and I had a knockdown, drag out conversation about this surgery. I was not about to have a cut across my throat. I had a complete meltdown in front of my doctor. I told him I was just too vain to have a cut like that. You have to find something else for me, doc. I can't and won't do it. After all my tests were back, we agreed on the radiation. Now, see, that makes me think about that girl who, Naya. Saya and Naya are two different people, child, two different rappers. Naya Lee, who has that cut like that, that makes me think, is that really a cut, or did you really get that doing what you said you did, or you just want to seem hard? You want to seem like that happened to you when you actually got a side, you actually got the damn, you know what I'm talking about, thyroid test. After all my tests were back, we agreed on the radiation. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Little did I know my life was in trouble, but my vain ass was too hard-headed to pay attention. I was chanting a lot more than normal, mostly for the best outcome. My practice was getting stronger, and so was my boys. They would call me and tell me the wonderful things that were happening to them. Their grades had gotten better, they were doing well on the basketball team, and they were getting along with each other. I truly expressed to my boys that Buddhism is not magic, but there would be things happening that may not feel at all that good. But I wanted them to chant through it. It was not that I did not tell the boys about the thyroid. I was not and did not tell the boys about the thyroid problem. Okay. So she said, and there would be things happening that may not feel that good, but I wanted them to chant through it. I was not and did not tell the boys about the thyroid problem. For one, I didn't want them worrying about me and felt I could get through this with all of the fuss. It was almost time for Jabril to go to prom, and he was a bit worried about what college he was going to be attending the next year. He didn't have an offer on the table. I could hear it in his voice when he spoke, so keeping my issues quiet was a must. On the day I was scheduled to have my radiation treatment, I had my dear friend Chuck check on me. I didn't know what to expect. I was to go to UCLA and check in after that. And after that, I was to come home and not come out of the house for 7 days. I was ready. When we got to the hospital, I was taken down a long hall. It was very noisy. All I could hear was the sound of pipes knocking. When they put me in the room, I thought I was in some kind of Wi-Fi movie. Something out of a Wi-Fi movie. I didn't feel scared. It was a pill. That was all I had to swallow. How hard could it be? While I was in this room, I sat and waited for an hour before anyone came in to help me. When the guys came in, he looked like he was wearing an astronaut suit. He went to the computer and made the room louder with noise. What is going on? I thought. All of a sudden, a red pill came down the pipes. He gave it to me with a small cup of water. He told me to get home and do what the doctor told me. He also told me to stay away from everyone for 7 days. I was aware of what to do, but damn, it was a pill. How much harm could it really be to everyone else? I was the one taking the pill. I was told later that it was strong enough to sterilize a man. Woo-wee. I was pretty sure it was going to destroy any hopes I ever had of having a child again, but I had no concern about that. I was done having babies. At least I thought I was. That's for later conversation. Chuck dropped me off and went on his way. I was ready to get some much needed rest and let this pill fix what was broken. At least that was the plan. I felt great until later that evening. The pill started to work. I felt like crap for the next few days. I had never felt so weak in my life. I needed help, and I'm not sure why they wouldn't have kept me in the hospital. I was so weak I could barely make meals. When I told Chuck, he would bring food for me. He called me and let me know that there was food on the front porch for me, and he stayed far away. I was so grateful for having such a great friend in my corner. I had no idea that little red pill was going to kick my butt like it did. My son Jabril called me a few times, and I was in no shape to speak with him. I needed to get healthy, so I waited about 3 days before I returned his phone call. And when I did, he was a little grumpy. He was in the fear zone. He didn't have a school, and the season was coming to a close. He told me he was going into the military. I was still not feeling very well, so I told him I let him know. I was still not feeling very well, so I let him know I was going to have to get back at him and he should speak with his dad about college. I felt this should have been handled by now anyway. The truth was, I didn't know what to do. The more I heard my son's voice play in my head, I felt I had to do something. What? I didn't know. I had to pull myself together for myself and my sons. I had to make this right, but I had to be careful and couldn't go into stress mode. I had to stay calm and not let the boys know I was sick. I went into solution mode. Although I couldn't do much at the moment, my brain was in full effect at this point. I felt I did my best work when I wasn't expected. I didn't want my son going into the Navy. I wanted him in college doing what he wanted to do, and that was playing basketball. All right, guys, we are at chapter 14. We are 91% through this book. Thank you so much for those who donated. Sonora, with that $5 donation, I could have sworn it was you. Let me just make sure so I can make sure I get a good shout out. Yes, Sonora Landry, thank you for reading and for your humor. You keep me laughing. You are welcome, darling. Let's read the first chapter of chapter 14. Hey, Carlita. Everybody say, hey, Carlita. Everybody say, hey, Carlita, girl. Okay, chapter 13 was so funny. That was too funny. And it was serious all at the same time. Another good chapter. Let's get into the first chapter of chapter 14. After lying in bed for a few hours, I called Chuck and told him what I needed to do. I wanted him to help me. I said, I have to find my son a college to attend. I told him I was going to look up all the schools in our area and that maybe we could go and meet the coaches together. Well, Chuck told me to take it easy. I couldn't come out of the house since I couldn't come out of the house. Look up information to find all the schools in a 100-mile radius and get the names of the coaches and addresses of the schools. I did just that. I had 1 day left before I would be able to come out of the house. Right on, girl. I can't wait till you can come out the house so I can know what adventures you got into next, y'all. Tell me this book is not good, and I'll tell you that you ain't committed no sins. And you know we both lying. Okay. All right, y'all. Look, just in case y'all don't know, go to the website. Make sure you head over to the website. Please, please, please. And make sure that you guys Join for the clear membership if you just want to read the book club. Again, I'm going to break this down for ya. Okay. The playlist for any books that I read is on the website. Okay. With the exception of a couple of them, the Whitney Houston one just the Whitney Houston one, and probably one Bobby Brown book is not on there. Also, you get you get the book club, you get cable TV shows. You can call me and request a show. You can call me and request a season, and if I can get it for you, I'm gonna get it for you. Okay. You can also with the red membership, you get Teahive movie night, and you get to see the adult entertainment that is on the website. And believe me, when I say it's adult entertainment, it's a full article and then plus a video. So you know what I'm saying? You know, it goes down in the it goes down on TOXSDIAMOND. Hey, I want y'all to make sure you guys head over to the website, TOXOT.com. Make sure you follow me on all of my social media. Guess what? Since Shamiria has stopped working for my social media, I done lost 5 damn followers so far. I need y'all to go over to my Instagram and make sure that you guys follow me. Okay? Let me tell you guys about the memberships. It's $1 to start, and $5 a month for the clear membership, and $10 a month to get 4 movies a month, the book club, cable TV, and adult entertainment, as well as celebrity sex tapes, because they are